So today we're going to share with you about Livingstone Shire Council's journey and how they transformed their planning and building services with a people and customer first approach.
And in 2013, the option came for Livingstone to de-amalgamate. After a couple of years of consolidation, we said, okay, things are still running, nothing's exploded yet. Let's see if we can make things better. One of the things that really came across, that customer interaction with our building, plumbing, development applications. How do these work? What's working? What's not? Why can't I do this online? So think of this as our building, plumbing applications. I could either be a person on the street who wants to build a shed on my property, or I could be a private certifier that's wanting to do 50 or 60 or 100 of these a year. How do we make this one system work for both of those people? One needs their hand held, and one just wants us to get out of the way so they can do their job. Okay, so with these sort of things in mind, we said, okay, we need to adjust how we're talking to our customers with this application process. How are we handling that experience, and how are we doing it internally? Is it working for us?
So like Alister said, we know that when we implement technology solutions and don't look at the people or the process, it doesn't work. So rather than looking at the technology, what we did, we got people in the room to sit down and talk about what their processes are, learn a little bit about what they wanted to achieve. And when I got there, everybody was already in the room. And I expected half a dozen, maybe a dozen people, sort of one rep from each team. But instead, when I walked in, I got the whole of the planning team, the whole of the building team, the health inspectors, a couple of people from customer service, 3 people from IT. And I thought, wow, there are so many people in this room. This is going to be really challenging. How am I going to get everyone in the room on the same page? It turns out that having everybody in the room right up front actually was why Livingstone were able to achieve what they did. So it's been now more than 12 months since Livingstone have been live with electronic lodgement, and the results are that they're now receiving more than 90% of their applications electronically, and all of the staff within building, plumbing and planning are all managing their applications fully electronically.
So if you think about that from a workflow perspective, all of those steps that used to have the paper shuffling and we send it to this team and they shuffle it, and we send it to this team and they put their stuff in the file, all of that process is gone. All the internal teams are looking at the same copy of the document, so there's no worries about a single point of truth there. And it also means that the teams that are assessing these can get on them immediately. If we were only to put in one facet of it, so say if we just put trapeze in on its own, we realised with Jade's assistance that implementing one side digitally, if all of this other stuff isn't in place, it's completely pointless. It adds another step and more complexity into the chain. So we've really got value out of that process.
So returning to Livingstone Council sort of 6 months on after their implementation, it was like walking into a different team. So walking into the same room with all of those same people, no one had their arms crossed and everyone was happy. And it just goes to show you that there's not a one size fits all, and that you need to engage people and talk to them about what those challenges are and help find solutions that will address their requirements.